What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Previously, we ended up entering Pokemon Tower. We explored it, and then we battled Trace as well for our, I think, 5th rival battle. And once we got up there, we realized that there were lots of ghosts that we couldn't actually do anything to. And in addition to that, when we got to the top, there was a big ghost that decided to shoo us away. And so, as we came out of Pokemon Tower, we ended up seeing that one of the Cubones that Trace followed in ended up getting captured by Jesse and James of Team Rocket, and they were headed to Celadon City. And so, we're going to head west out of Lavender Town today, and we are going to make our way towards Celadon City. So, without further ado, let's head out west on Route 8. Now, there's no really new major encounter. I think the only major new encounter you have to really worry about is being able to run into Kadabra here, which is obviously just the evolution of Abra. Abra and Kadabra and its eventual final evolution of Alakazam really are really great Pokemon. They're good Pokemon. The definition of great's probably changed as the generations have gone on, but it's still a really solid Pokemon family in general. What I like about the family is, at the end of the day, what's really nice about them is that they're very fast and they hit hard. I'll say that Alakazam doesn't quite have, like, maybe the deepest move pool that you'd like, but it does exactly what it wants to do, and it does it really well. And it just used Blizzard with mention that. What an unlucky move to get. I guess not unlucky. Maybe I know. Does Flamethrower? No, it's what is it? What move will let you break free from freeze? I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, I mean, that's fine. That's just annoying just to keep using Metronome. Oh, Bubby! This is not how we want to start off today, but let's see what Clefairy's going to use again. If you don't know what Metronome does, it just basically chooses a random move that from the entire pool of moves, and then it just uses it. There we go, finally. Okay, good job, Bubby. There we go. Okay. That was really annoying, but we were able to get that out of the way. So, Bubby's now level 30. I think I'm going to swap in... I gotta look at the partying, because I think I might swap in Mr. Mime here. Don't be so mean to my Clefairy. Well, then don't, I don't know, not be terrible. Sorry, my phone was... I had my phone on charge, and I was trying to see where the... why my phone kept coming off on charge. But let's see, Kingler. Actually, I think Kingler will swap to the front of the party here. Alright. So, let's get into our next battle here. We got Mr. Mime out still, but... I'm a rambling gaming dude. Oh, goodness. You're challenged by Gamer Rich. Sea King. It's kind of awkward, I guess, right? We have a water type and then a water type, but I think we should be good here because I don't think Sea King can really do all that much. Oh my god, it's level 35. Oh my lord, it's level 35, but we should still be okay. Yeah. Oh, no wonder why it's level 35. So Horn Drill is another one of those one-hit moves. It was kind of like when we were, I think it was one of the Doug Trios I was using. Bit sure. Well, Kingler's dead. It's a one-hit KO move that if it hits, it's a guaranteed KO. So, alright. Wait, no, Misty. Why did I do that? No, Misty. Hello. I'll just use Thunderbolt. Luckily, we'll outspeed here, but that's just annoying, man. It's like 25% accuracy, and you were still able to get that off. That's just really annoying. Ugh. Alright, Thunderbolt we go. This'll kill it. It's just a shame we're not going to get any frickin' XP for Kingler here. Alright. Gamer Rich, missed the big... No, you hit the big chance, bud. You hit it. You absolutely hit it. Alright, I'm going to go heal. I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, we're back and fully healed. But here's where you can run into some Pokemon. There's a good amount of hidden items in here. Let me see if I can find some of them in here. But you can run into Kadabra, you can run into Ninetales, you can run into Arcanine as well here. So if you're playing Let's Go Eevee, you can run into Vulpix and Arcanine, Vulpix and Ninetales, and if you're playing Let's Go Pikachu like I am, you can run into Arcanine and Growlithe in here. So it's usually in these little circles here. Got an item there. There's Abra right there. Firestone, which is really actually perfect timing. I can catch a lot of Pokemon around here, so buzz off. Firestone is significant because guess what, folks? We're actually going to go ahead and evolve our little Growlithe here. I think it's about time. Level 30, I think, is a solid time to evolve him. So, right, she's got a Kadabra. Kingler should be able to deal with this pretty nicely. Both of us don't have good defenses for each other's offensive capabilities, so I think we should be good here. I think Stomp will probably end up doing more damage because Brick Break is resisted. Oh, it's using Nightshade? Okay, I mean, that's going to do a lot more than I expected, but yeah, we should be able to kill this thing. Oh, ow. Oh my god, dude, Kingler's getting rolled, man. Come on. Ugh, it's so... Alright, we're just gonna go to Bubby here. Good lord. Of all the things, I knew that Kingler doesn't have good special defense, but I didn't think that it would... Nah. How much does this do? A little less than half. That's just annoying. I'm trying to get Kingler to get some XP because he's the lowest level of our team by far. And plus, in the next gym battle, I'm going to tell you this right now, Kingler's going to be by far the most useless Pokemon. I'm going to switch to Misty here, and I'm just going to revive Kingler because I want it to get XP here. This is just annoying. Macho can't really do that much. It won't have a Dark-type move. So, yeah, so we're going to revive. I know it's really dumb to revive in a random trainer battle, but I would like to just, you know, revive him. There we go. That's fine. It's actually a really strong move to have this early on. Alright, there we go. Side beam. Very nice. Good job, Mr. Mime. Hopefully the next battle we can actually, you know, get Kingler to do something. He didn't buzz out. Yeah. That's annoying. But we're getting Ultra Balls now, which is really, really nice. Alright, let me go heal real quick. Okay, we are good there. We'll do this, and we'll chop this down. You know, after playing Legends, I'm so happy that HMs are basically removed entirely for the most part, because, man, HMs are just annoying to deal with, man. X-Speed, not bad. Alright, this guy's a Pokemaniac. Let's see what he's got. You look good at Pokemon, but look good. Okay, how's your chemistry grade? I know, I get what he's saying, it's just the way that, I don't know, my brain read it, or Super Nerd, excuse me. Coffer. I guess it's not great to have, Kingler out, but I mean, I don't think that, I don't think that this thing can do much. Let's see how much Bubble Beam will do, even though I have terrible special attack. Actually does a fair amount. Watch me get I was gonna say, watch me get poisoned there. Sludge again, should be good. Of course, we're just Kingler cannot get a break here. And also after this battle, we will evolve. I'll evolve Growlithe here. I just forgot about because I got so annoyed that Kingler just got annihilated, man. That was so annoying. Alright, very nice. If you're wondering about our final team member, it won't be for a little bit, but it shouldn't be too long. Ow! Meltdown. Alright, got Pokeballs there. Okay, very nice. Alright, I am going to... Let's go ahead and evolve, Mr. Growlithe, Bubby. I think it's a good time. Alrighty, folks, we have finally reached the final evolution of Growlithe, and one of the, I think historically, a really, really just good Pokemon in general, both just using it in general and using it for, like, competitive play. Arcanine, a fantastic Pokemon. Congratulations, your Bubby evolved into Arcanine. Now, one thing you don't get to take advantage of here is that Arcanine has the fantastic ability of Intimidate. Arcanine is able to add to the Pokedex, a legendary Pokemon in the East. Many people are charmed by the grace and beauty of its running. It's funny how its species name is literally the legendary Pokemon, even though it isn't legendary at all. It's funny, if you watch the very first episode of the anime, and Ash brings his Pikachu, or first or second episode, and Ash brings Pikachu into the Pokemon Center, you'll see that on the wall you see Zapdos and Articuno, but you also see Arcanine. So there was some point where this, I think that given the fact that he was called the that the species is called the legendary Pokemon, that Arcanine was planned to be the third in the trio of Articuno and Zapdos, but they eventually decided against it because they wanted to theme it around birds. Speaking of the legendary trio, I did also, I was in SEMA. If you follow my social media, I was at SEMA, which is an automotive trade show on last week. And when I was out there, I visited some card shops, and I ended up picking up the SIR 151 of Zapdos, with Zapdos as the main Pokemon, and they have Articuno and Moltres on there. Really excited to get that card. It's a really cool freaking card, and yeah, I really, really like it. 151's a great set. Alright, let's see what this guy's got. You should be informed. You need strategy to win at this. Alright. I mean, yes, that is true. Challenged by a Rocker Glenn. Rocker Glenn sent out Jolteon. Also, what do you guys think? If you guys have... Of course, well, I'm not going to be able to use Kingler against this guy. What do you guys think about the two new Mega Evolutions that were revealed? If you guys have been following... like Pokemon in general. Two new Mega Evolutions got revealed in Baxcalibur and Chimecho. I'll tell you this, Chimecho looks really, really cool, and I hope they actually make it usable with that Mega Evolution, and of course Thunder Wave. But the thing for me is that I really love Baxcalibur, because Baxcalibur is true 90s Godzilla. That's what it is. Like, that's what it's based on, especially because of its ability Thermal Exchange. But at the end of the day, my thing is, like, the changes that they made to him really aren't that... I would have loved it if he was just like... I don't know, they didn't need to make his front spike on his chest bigger. What I think they should have done is just added a ton of spikes on his back. Even though I love Baxcalibur because he is literally the personification of Godzilla, at the end of the day, I would have much preferred, like, a better design. Don't get me wrong, great Pokemon, a very cool Pokemon, great pseudo-legendary, I really like it, but man, the Mega feels kind of underwhelming. Alright, level 31 for Misty, which is really nice. Getting up there in the levels, Pikachu still remaining highest level, which I am happy about there. It's not logical. You know, I don't know if it had an electric type move, but regardless, I wasn't taking chances. We're just gonna paralyze heal Mr. Mime here. I know I'm lazy to walk back to the... Whoops, I'm lazy to walk back to the Pokemon Center, but I just don't want to. Alright, keep moving. Got a few more trainers out here. If you're wondering, I just like to battle all these trainers, and I might be cutting out some of the... I didn't want to talk to Mr. Mime. Or Misty. I might be cutting them out more, even though I'm talking during some of them, so I apologize if you get, like, lumped into a random, like, you know, section of me talking. I just want to get this for the XP, because I'm not really catching many Pokemon. Alright, this should be easy, though. This should be very quick, but... Oh, it's got Horn Drill. This guy's got Horn Drill for frickin' sure, doesn't it? So hopefully this will one-shot it, or be close to one-shotting it. Yeah! Very nice. And you only get that much XP for it? Drat, came up short. Okay, we got an item up there, and we have two lasses, I think. Meowth is so cute. Meow, meow, meow. I mean, yeah. I personally think a Alolan Meowth is a little cuter. Ugh. Well, that battle wasn't that hard. Showing off for Pokemon. Do you want to try? I mean, I'm technically showing them off by just battling you with them, so... Alright, well that battle wasn't too difficult either. Okay, let's go grab that item, and I think we'll fight that super nerd, and then we'll... Oh. Well, I can't see it. That's annoying. A big mushroom. A big mushroom, very simple. Use those for selling. They sell for a fair amount of money. Not as much, I think, as a nugget, but they do sell for a fair amount of money. I can't exactly remember. But let's fight the super nerd, and then we'll head east. Or west, continue. School is fun, but so are Pokemon. I mean, that's true in terms of the Pokemon part. I'm not... Even though I was good at school, I hated school. would rather do anything else. I think we should be fine, by the way, against this Magnemite. It doesn't have Sturdy or anything like that because there's no abilities. So we're just going to hit it with Brick and I think it should be fine because I think we'll outspeed, even though Kingler's not fast. Yeah, I was going to say Magnemite isn't fast either. Alright, very nice. Good job, Kingler. This is one Pokemon, by the way, I apologize. I still have not found a name that I want for him. A U-turn. That is a fantastic... Oh, that is a fantastic move. Let's get rid of Fury Swipes to that. So U-turn. U-turn for a Pokemon like Primeape is really good. U-turn is basically a move that just does damage and then switches out the Pokemon that uses it. You made it clear to me that I should stick with school. Yeah. Alrighty, let's make our way west. I'm on guard duty. I take my duty very seriously, but gee, am I ever thirsty? I wish I had some tea to drink. Oh, hold on there, kid. I'm afraid I can't let you pass through here. So, looks like it's one of those things, again, very similar to the one we ran into before. We're going to have to go through this underground tunnel. So, underground tunnel, very similar to before. You will find a lot of stuff down here by just looking at Pikachu's tail. So, I like to do is just walk and then just spam the center button. You'll eventually, yep, run into something like a potion here. Oh, there's an actual just item. An X accuracy, very nice. X items are very useful in like challenge runs and stuff like that. So that's one thing I can absolutely tell you that's true. Found a pearl, another selling item, very nice. Always good to have selling items for Monet. And we got an X defense, that's good as well. I think the most useful Pokemon in our next gym battle are going to be Bubby and Mr. Mime, funnily enough. You'll see why. But now we are on Route 7. I believe you can catch a Pokemon I think you can catch here is going to be Houndour and Wait, hold on. No, that was in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, excuse me. I'm thinking that wrong. How many gym badges do you have? 3? We have 3. Yeah, we have 3. Nice. Alright, I got a Raichu. I'm not looking forward to fighting this thing, but what are you going to do? Level 20. Yeah, we're just going to switch into Primeape here. Gens should be able to take care of this perfectly fine. Very cool. Ow! That's, I mean, it was going to hurt regardless, so what are you going to do? Brick Break should do a lot of damage, though. Ow. Okay. So, there is one new encounter you can have on this route, and it's a rare Pokemon. Porygon. Porygon, in the original games in Generation 1, you know, in Red and Blue, and even in Heart Gold and Soul, not Heart Gold and Soul Silver, even in the Trio. I think we're just switching Kingler here. Like Fire Red and Leaf Green. Porygon was kind of useless. And the reason I mainly say that is just due to the fact that it didn't evolve, but now it does. It evolves into Porygon 2 as well as Porygon Z, both of which have very useful uses for both evolutions, and you can evolve into either or this game. Earthquake is a hard move, it's not going to do too much. Yeah, it's a very strong move. But Porygon 2 is much more of a defensive Pokemon, but it can still hit decently hard with attacks. It's not completely useless when hitting stuff, but certainly the biggest use of Porygon 2 is giving it the Eviolites because it is a pre-evolution, and then being able to not only deal a decent amount of damage, but also just be a great support Pokemon because it's so tanky. If you evolve into Porygon Z, however, Porygon Z is the offensive evolution. It's extremely offensive. It hits really, really hard, but it is quite frail. So Porygon here is actually a pretty fun Pokemon to have on your team. But just like Kadabra evolving into Alakazam, like Machoke evolving into Machamp, like Haunter evolving into Gengar, you need to trade for any of these evolutions. So like if you want, you know, like if you want to catch yourself a Awkward Gem. If you want to catch yourself a Kadabra, you're going to have to trade to evolve it into Alakazam. If you want Golem, you're going to have to trade your Grabber to evolve into Golem. And if you want a Porygon 2 or a Porygon Z, you're going to need someone to trade with to evolve Porygon into either Porygon 2 and or Porygon Z. So, Ace Trainer Yvette. That wasn't too bad. Kingler took a little more damage there than I would have liked, but at least he didn't get absolutely annihilated, so... Alright, Mr. Mime, what'd you see, Misty? Ah, crap, I didn't get to talk. Okay, there we go. Misty, what'd you find? Misty found something in the plants. A nanette berry. Can't complain about getting free stuff there. There's no item there, I don't think, so... Yeah, there's nothing here to worry about. Got a coach trainer up there, but we're going to take him on after we head into the city, because we're just going to heal in the city. And so, folks, everybody, welcome to Celadon City. Celadon City is a very important town, in my opinion, when it comes to evolving Pokemon via stones, because Celadon City is known for the Celadon City department store, and that store is one of the biggest shopping malls in the entirety of Pokemon series in general. It's only one of the ones that matches it is the sister city in Goldenrod, the Goldenrod department store as well. If you have a Pokemon to evolve by stone, luckily, very luckily, you can buy it in the Celadon department store. So we're going to heal here. We're going to head back out onto Route 7. We're going to take on that coach trainer. And I think that's where we'll end off the episode. We're on a pretty good time, in my opinion. I've probably cut out a couple of the battles just to cut down a little bit on time. But I think we're pretty good on time here. I know that we just headed, west and we headed towards Celadon City. But that was our objective for today. So even though we didn't get too much done, I hope you guys still enjoy the entertainment in general. So for our final thing we're going to do today, let's take on this coach trainer. A small path between towns. Tee-hee! Route 7 is nice, right? Okay, are you ready? Alright, let's battle. Now let's play an ensemble called a battle. Alright, buddy, let's see what you got. You're challenged by coach trainer Alpesh. Farfetch'd. Okay, Farfetch'd is a terrible Pokemon. Watch me get rolled by it, but no, it's a really bad Pokemon. This is not a good Pokemon. It doesn't evolve, at least in this generation, in this version of it. Doesn't have really any good stats. I mean, look at that. What? Okay, it's a physical move, so it still didn't do that much, but still, Razor Leaf on a stupid Farfetch? That's annoying. There we go, killed it. Good job, Kingler. Taking that Razor Leaf like a champ. Wigglytuff, should be good here. I think this is, I don't think this is super effective, but I think this is Fairy here. Yeah. Oh! Dude, anytime the opponent uses a wildly inaccurate move like that, like Sing or Hypnosis, they will always hit it. They will always hit it. But you use it, God forbid. Luckily you don't have piss worth physical attack, so that's fine. Thank God, okay. Good job. I think Brick Break. Alright, that works for me. Alright, Brick Break will fill out here. But anytime you use those moves, they never hit. Opponent uses them, they will always hit. So, what are you gonna do? Very nice on Kingler. It was a great session. Yeah. It was real great there, bud. Really great. Thank you for the best battle. Here, take a token of my gratitude. What I will do, I know that this, I said so Facade is a great move. It basically, when your status, it'll deal double damage. So, what I'll do is I'll see if I can kind of run around and find a Porygon, to end off the episode. If it takes a long time, I probably will just straight up end off the episode. But let me see if I can find a Porygon, because it would be nice to get that in the Pokedex, because, yeah. It'd be nice to catch something this episode too, considering it's Let's Go. Oh my God! There it is! Wow, after almost 10 minutes of me running around, there is your Porygon. Alrighty, let's go bag, and we are going to go Raspberry, and then we're going to switch to Ultra Balls as well, because... we gotta use this. Hold on, I'm stupid. I'm gonna use Ultra Balls here because this thing's gonna be tough to catch. By the way, ran into 2 freaking Kadabras and an Arcanine before I ran into this guy. Oh, let's go, dude. Okay. A heart attack there. Alright, we caught ourselves a Porygon, which is really cool. Man, I've been sitting, like I told you, I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. I almost fell asleep. The only Pokemon that people anticipate can fly into space, none has managed to the feat yet, however. We're actually going to keep him in the party for the time being. I have no slot left. I mean, I do have a slot left. I know a Pokemon's going to go in it, but it's not going to be Porygon. Might as well keep him in the party, though. So, alrighty, folks, with that all out of the way, we made our way through Route 8 and Route 7 and got to Celadon City, our next destination that we were told to because we were, you know, chasing Team Rocket here, and so we can already see Team Rocket Grunt sitting outside the Pokemon Center. So, next time on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, we'll be exploring Celadon City and maybe even taking on the gym here. So, hopefully you guys look forward to that. So, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, and also follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode. Catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
Ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can